out. What was our game? We said oh yeah. You said you had some stuff we were gonna test out today. I know we wanted to talk about that, and we're gonna start gearing our episodes today on a new episode of You, Me, ChatGPT, Dr. Business, and Risk No Dollars. We are going to be getting into our creative bags and messing with all different types of AI. So Dr. Business had been chatting with me and said that he had some things up his sleeve that he had been fiddling around. And nowadays, everybody keeps on coming out with different type of AI tools. So I'm just excited as everybody else that's going to be tuning into this stuff. So, I mean, Dr. Business, you want to kind of lead the way on, what first tool you want to kind of mess with for the people. And then I know we talked about possibly putting some things together and maybe making like a little video and different things like that. So I don't want to take away too much from your thunder, but go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're just looking at my Slack channel right now, and these are my personal notes to myself where I mostly send files from one computer to another. That's
Okay.
my use case here. But I also drop videos that I think are going to be helpful for myself. Sometimes we drop it in these other channels we have over here
Yeah.
because they serve other purposes, but these are for me.
Okay.
And so this TikTok, I'm not really sure. I think he was showing a workflow. Yeah, he was showing a workflow for his app in video AI where you can just in the middle of the video change the scene by giving type prompt commands. I don't know if it's available or if it was just like a promotional video for something to come. But it's an app on the App Store, so I don't think we're going to be able to test it here.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, maybe we can. So this is what we're doing now, guys. Like we said, we're going to start testing AI tools. Just so you know, I discover these things on TikTok. It's nothing fancy. I'm just like, ooh, that was cool. That's interesting. Save that for later. And now here we are. Now is later.
Exactly.
It's like the candy. Now and later.
Exactly. It's now and later. That's it. That's all you got to do. So what's this one? About?
So this one is again about using text prompts to change the visuals in video.
Okay.
So you can change what's going on in videos.
And this one's called In Video.
Yes, invideo.io. And the in video part makes sense because
not to be mistaken with NVIDIA, ladies and gentlemen.
Right, or maybe intentionally close to it. So
probably.
All right, so it basically will generate a video off of a concept or an idea. So let's cheat and go to ChatGPT to come up with an idea.
Because why not? Because we are AI who knows? We could be AI generated NPCs for all people know.
Absolutely.
How would you guys verify nowadays? But here in the future with Web3, we would have a little verification badge that would show on each of our videos that says, hey, this is Dr. Business and Risk No Dollars. And you can verify and click on our NFT and wallets to be able to verify that it's us.
Do you know anything about the Tartarian conspiracy?
Go ahead and tell the people.
I don't really have much stake in it, but I got ChatGPT to write a story about it, I'm pretty sure.
Man.
Let me see.
Give us a synopsis. The Tartars.
Maybe this wasn't it. Anyways, so basically the conspiracy is that there was this worldwide civilization in the 1800s or prior to that, or there's some missing years somewhere in history. But basically there was a flood of some sort that buried a lot of buildings that you see around the world. The first, second, maybe third levels of the building are underground. Now, they say that's just normal buildup of cities over time, and I think archaeological digs really prove that.
Yeah.
So I don't really dispute that it's just like we've built up the roads over time, and so different layers of buildings have ended up underground. Things
Yeah.
are hilly. That's not that weird to me. But they call it the mud flood. But the civilization that existed was they called the Tartarian Empire. And they say that the current version we tell of this time and this empire is the Mongol Empire and like the hordes and Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
But really, it was this like, if you've ever seen the TV show, I think it's called Disenchanted or Disenchantment on Netflix. It's a
Yeah.
cartoon.
Yeah. Disenchantment. Oh, with the little ghoul and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So,
funny that you invented that show. Yeah, I watched that a
so,
while
so
ago.
you know that steampunk land in there? That's inspired by Tartaria because it's the idea that we actually invented a whole bunch of technology based off steam as our energy source rather than oil at an earlier point in history. We actually had a lot of the advances we have today much earlier on, and then it was wiped out with a great flood pretty recently. But then, whatever. I don't know much more about this conspiracy. Like, I like it from like a storytelling, story making. I think you could make cool movies out of these ideas.
You probably you could get a whole rabbit hole deep dive on TikTok, and somebody's probably gone into an elaborate like any conspiracy that you can think of right now that you're too lazy, you don't know too much. There's somebody on TikTok now that is doing full on deep dives and probably has gangs of followers that are watching every day.
That's why I get fascinated. Like I'm watching these things and I'm like, wow, I know they're fake as fuck, and like
But the elaborate storytelling to it is second to none.
I'm like, okay, what are the facts you're connecting here to raise this? Oh, okay, did I know that fact or did I not? How much does that really change my understanding of the story? Not much, really. But the way that these people string things together sometimes is so entertaining. I'm like, okay, the active imagination, like, bring this shit to life. That's what AI is for, right?
I'm telling you, dog. Like, worst come to worst, it's like if you're gonna make a conspiracy theory, just make it a TV show.
Yeah, I mean, because then it's just like everyone knows that it's not real, but it's
It's
also
fantasy.
like,
So then now it's like, oh yeah, now I can put the face to who you said was the mastermind behind the Illuminati for thousands of years or whatever it is.
yeah.
Like,
And what was the show that Netflix just released that does that?
I'm not even sure.
Inside Job, I think.
I haven't watched it before.
Oh, you might like it. I think this will be up your alley. Just mostly because you're like me and like cartoons, and this is.
Oh yeah, I started watching this. Yeah. I like shows like this. Like, yeah, they're always dope because it's like there's truth to a lot of what they're going on in the whole thing. It's like it's not a lie. It's like, but then they have the cartoons, so then people are like, ha, and then go back to the regular world. It's like, no, this really happens. Like, this is really going on. People are like, no, it's cartoons. Don't worry about it. And then the people that are doing it are like, yeah, just don't worry about the cartoons. It means nothing. But no, but yeah, we were, where were we on again? We're, we see this what happens on Udemy and ChatGPT, and this is why AI is helpful, is because it can keep us directed. So from fantasy story base. So right now we're using AI to build on the Tartarian fantasy and lore. And then we can turn it into a video. Oh, I see that's why he's Dr. Business, ladies and gentlemen. That's why he's Dr. Business. Whole time I thought we were going squirrel mind out here, but the whole time he was on his business because he.
I love that connection right there. That's a zinger.
There you go. I see what you did there.
Yeah, I mean, like if we're gonna create a movie, we need good source material, and it's hard to create good source material. So you take the good source material that exists on the internet and you transform it, right? And that's what we're taking.
We are going to create a Tartarian masterpiece here today, ladies and gentlemen. Masterpiece. This is going to be amazing. I can't wait to see this. Can't wait to see this. What I need to get is, speaking of, I need to get my Mid Journey back. I've been using, dude, I tried to use the Canva AI thing. It's like leaps and bounds worse. Horrible.
Oh yeah, I can't use most. Midjourney is the only AI I'll use.
Bro, Mid Journey is like 10,000 leagues better than everything else. It's not even funny. Ooh, The Lost Empire of Tartaria. I would watch that on Netflix. We would have to make it. We should make it an animated series, so that way we don't have to worry about.
Oh, for sure. Everything we do is cartoon based, man. Like that's our thing. I think you and I both have that in common. That's like one
Yes.
of our.
We're gonna be like a kind of like you said, like an Inside Jobs, like a Rick and Morty, like all those things. Like we're gonna have fantasy characters. Nothing. We're gonna talk about serious shit, but you're not gonna take it serious because of the simple fact that it's cartoons. And then people are gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, they're pushing the envelope." But you're not gonna push the envelope too much because if it's a little kitten that says all this crazy stuff about the real estate market and human trafficking and all this other stuff, you're like, "Ha! Oh, that's so terrible." But then now, if it was a human person saying it on like SVU, you're like, "This needs to be shut down. This is terrible." And that's how we understand how the game needs to be played. This is our Trojan horse, little cartoon.
We have book one. There's how many books are in this series?
We're about to come out with a Game of Thrones series.
It's a trilogy.
Perfect.
Cool. So we've got 2 more videos we get to make if this first one's good.
So we're gonna make a trailer. So we should make a trailer.
So we're gonna make the video chapter by chapter. Because the way that I've heard this is that it's better if you just segment the work and then string it together with iMovie.
Oh my goodness. So, and then what we should do is we should create a YouTube channel of our shorts, of our little trailers. Oh my goodness. This is making me, my brain is about to explode. Dude, could you imagine being like in high school right now with all this stuff and the time that you have as a high school person to just mess around with it, if this stuff is available to you? Like you can literally do whatever you want. As an adult, you have to have a job most likely, and then if you have kids and stuff like that too. But like kids, youth, please, if you're watching this, please start messing with this AI stuff. Everything you can want to do.
If I was a kid right now, I would be literally kicking myself. This is like the dreams. I like bringing your dreams to fucking life. You're children. You have fucking dreams still. Go fucking turn it into this shit. It's so fucking easy. I know you can do it.
Like literally, it's literally
Also, pardon my language.
Yeah, it's literally word vomiting your imagination into a box that will literally turn it into what exactly you want in the most concise way. It is literally, people think that this thing is going to take away jobs. If you have an imagination, this thing can never take away your job. I personally believe this thing can never take away your job. And so now it's creating our session. So we're sitting here waiting in anticipation. And let's see what it gives us. Ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth.
This might be totally worth it. And we create a TikTok and a YouTube channel where we imagine stories and you guys watch us create the stories. Then we put ads behind it.
Bro, that's a whole show in itself.
Unable to create session. Start over.
Come on, y'all. You guys can't do this on live demos. That's why live demos.
Right.
Live demos.
You can't look at they hid my query. What happened to my query? Okay, maybe it's because we'll do a TikTok video.
Wow, so people are going to be able to AI generate anything.
No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do the original prompt that we came up with.
Bro, people are going to be, oh my goodness, bro. Everything is going to be, I think what they say, like 50-something% of stuff on the online is like AI generated now.
Is it? That's crazy because that would just be insane for Moore's law.
It might be a TikTok fact, but it's like some crazy number. Like it's like, and it's increasing ridiculously.
Produce a video for book 1, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Chapter 1 story included after larger plot. Larger plot. Larger. All right. I have no idea how to write a prompt for this thing, so hopefully this works. I'm going to copy this, though, now, so I don't have to copy and paste it again later.
So in video, if you're watching this, our feedback would be you need some type of query to be able to go back, because that was absolute nonsense, that the fact that he had to retype that.
Yeah. Bad UI. Bad user experience.
Bad user experience. So this is
we forgive you. We're on the frontiers. We know we make mistakes. You should see my prototypes.
Exactly. But hey, from the comments that you're saying that, but from the comments I got from your recent prototype, we had one of the best MVPs. So we're gonna keep that on the low. So yeah, just saying. In video AI, you need to pick it up, figure things out. Let's loading your creation. Come on. I'm excited.
Me too.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun with us just coming on here and just messing with all the new AI tools, because all of them will come out somewhat free, and then mess with them, and then we start creating things and we just throw them on our YouTube channel, like I said, or TikTok or whatever it is, and that's content.
Good, but like if we get enough people going through it, it's kind of working.
Ooh. Go ahead. You were saying?
I was like, well, we can get ad dollars behind it when we run traffic and get subscribers, because really what people need is entertaining content they want to consume and watch. Okay, so audience, do we want to make it for fantasy fans, young adults, or adventure seekers?
Ooh, let's go fantasy fans.
Cool. I want to make it epic,
instead
of dramatic or mystical, and then we'll make it for YouTube.
Okay.
This is dope that it knows what we're doing.
Oh, good.
I'm so excited, man. Bitch, doing AI tools live is fun,
Bro, this is nuts. And we don't have the pressure of it being our tool, so it's like, if it breaks, who cares?
100%. And also,
planning music, holy.
If chapter 1 comes out good, we're going to have to produce the whole trilogy here, man, and then document us making this. Or do other stuff, but like this could be a whole series in itself.
Dog, like, did we just become like directors?
Oh, for sure. But we were doing this before. Like we were doing it in a meta way, directing ourselves in a very virtual.
Because then now we can literally have people come on. Like when we do on our live YouTube channels, we can have people come on and give suggestions. Because this is no different from, like, oh my goodness, this is insane.
Oh, for sure. That being said, I think like in some ways, just like taking an AI product and just pushing the whole product out is another thing that we could do.
Exactly, because then now we get sponsorships and all this other stuff. Oh my goodness. This is because I don't know anything.
This content is never getting monetized or sponsored. I'll tell you that much. We could maybe get like Netflix to give us an animation studio to get this picked up, or give us funding to hire an animation studio to turn this into a real show.
Either way, we turn us just hopping on here, fiddle farting around into some money. Who cares?
Right? I hope someone discovers us at some point, because like we are pioneering the future of the entertainment industry right now.
Yeah, because people want to figure out things, like people want to figure out how things work. And they want to see it live before they go and try it themselves. So now you see us bring this Tartarian.
We've never used this before. Like we don't know what's happening. Is this even going to work? Probably. Yeah. I hope so.
It's sitting at 16%. We're hoping that it works.
Yeah.
Because
we're just here, hope, wish, dream, prayer, trying to make something happen.
Customers have subscribed to receive priority in the queue. Oh. So you got to pay to get up in the queue.
Don't have any money right now, as we discussed prior to hopping on the show.
Yeah, so that's fine. Oh, we got 17, 18.
18%.
Oh my goodness.
They got scenes. Bro,
yeah. I think we just found our new thing, bro. I think we found what we're gonna be doing from now on is just hopping on here and just like two kids in a candy shop, just messing around with all these AI tools that are coming out. Because that's our thing. Is like it's hard for us to keep up. But if we just hop on here once a week and just literally just mess with different things that people either suggest to us or we see ourselves, and we can even have AI bring up all the different type of things. Be like, hey, what came out this week in AI that we should try out? It's gonna be like, oh, you should try this. Oh, thanks.
I think it might have done it a little wrong, though, to be honest, because it says chapter 11.
And that's why we call it beta. So this is it.
Can you hear it?
Okay. Whoa, what's going on here?
Oh, it's talking.
Yeah, I can't hear it right now. This is nuts. So it took AI generated video, which where it got this from, we have no clue. I can't wait for the day that I pop up in some AI generated stuff and I wasn't a part of it. You know what I mean? Like, could you imagine like somebody like does an AI generated like stock image and it's you? Oh shit, what the hell?
There's a whole movie going on. It's like I wish you could hear it.
So hold on, it's like actually happening?
Yeah, there's a whole movie going on. I'm like, StreamYard, share green audio.
See, and you guys are learning this stuff too.
Live. Present share screen, entire screen, check share audio. Okay. All right, so let's try this again, I guess. Present. Share screen. Entire screen. Also share audio. Okay. Cool. I think I got it. Apologies for my ignorance on this before. No, you guys are missing out on epic. Ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I can hear it now.
The year is 2024. The world teeters on the precipice of chaos. Tensions simmer between global superpowers. The threat of World War III hangs heavy in the air, a storm cloud ready to unleash its fury. Amidst this brewing storm, a young woman named Lana Volkov finds herself at the heart of a mystery that could rewrite history. But little does she know, her life is about to change forever. Lana, living a seemingly ordinary life in Moscow, carries an extraordinary legacy within her blood. Her grandfather, a renowned historian with a twinkle in his eye and a mischievous smile, filled her childhood with tales of a lost civilization, Tartaria. He spoke of a technologically advanced people, wiped from the face of the earth, their existence erased from history books. Lana, captivated by her grandfather's stories, clung to every word, her young mind painting vivid pictures of a glorious past. Lana, now a history student, couldn't shake off the allure of her grandfather's stories. She devoured historical texts, searching for any mention of Tartaria, any shred of evidence to support his fantastical claims. Her friends scoffed, dismissing her grandfather's tales as mere fairy tales, but Lana felt a deep connection to the lost civilization. Her intuition whispered of a truth buried beneath layers of time and deceit. One evening, while sifting through her grandfather's belongings, Lana stumbled upon a hidden compartment in his old writing desk. Inside lay a tattered leather-bound journal, its pages filled with cryptic symbols and faded ink. As Lana carefully opened the brittle pages, her heart pounded in her chest. This was no ordinary journal. It was a roadmap to the past, a key to unlocking the secrets of Tartaria.
Bro, what? This is nuts. And this is just like
The journal,
startup
in
stuff.
her grandfather's familiar hand, spoke
Right,
of a
this
hidden
is just
city.
a 3-minute chapter 1 video, but like we could. Okay, so if chapter 1 is 3 minutes, right? And we have 8 chapters. What we have is a full like 24-minute
Series.
video.
Like a mini book.
We have a full movie because we have a trilogy, because we have 3 25 segments we can string together. It's a short film.
Oh my goodness. So do you want to build out the trilogy with this thing?
I would need money first. Not much. I don't think this costs that much. But is it like we should definitely do it over the next month, because why not?
Let's sit down and let's look into it and see. And like I said, I'll try to figure out some things on my end too, and then we can, bro. I think that what we just talked about, and even if we can figure out how to do it within the, I don't know what the not say requirements, the restrictions are on the free version. But even if we can use that for this meantime and just do some like stuff in between, and then once we figure out some stuff over here these next couple weeks, we can, like I said, get ourselves a little account. And then, because like what we said, bro, we're about to just start pumping out movies. This is what YouTube channels people literally just sit around and just listen to stories.
This is a great story. I want to continue listening.
No, that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, play it, man.
No. I mean, like, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go off, you know.
No, I'm mad. I interrupted it. Honestly,
no. This
From
is
the
what
voice,
this is all about. When we put this up on YouTube, people will get to watch it, and then they'll just watch it without interruption. This is where the commentary exists.
bro. This is some great stuff. I feel like if we put this on like
This
YouTube,
is director's cut right now.
that's what I'm saying. If we put this like on YouTube, bro, if we put this on TikTok, people would be like, "Dude, I want this. When's the next chapter come out?" And then we're like, "Okay, you know what?
Next week. Wait.
Just wait. We're gonna wait 1
Like,
week.
subscribe, follow for more.
We drop one a month.
No, 1 a week. 1 a week.
Oh, 1 a week. Oh, for now. Well, I'm saying for now we drop one a month until we figure out something. Because now we drop the one. Or okay, how many can we do of these?
Well, I don't know. I mean, tomorrow I'll get paid and I can probably afford to do this. I'm cutting a whole bunch of subscriptions. This feels like a worthwhile experiment. I'll cut a lot of other ones.
Yeah, no, and then like I said, let me know. Like I said, let's sit down and we can like figure that out so that way I can actually send over some stuff too. Because like I said, I'll figure out something and then that way we can get that score. Because this is some, bro, and just like what you said, being able to put like ad dollars behind this, and then having like people say, hey, if you want some more, subscribe to the subscribe to here to watch us build it. And then now it's like, bro, now people would want to watch us put this together.
Well, dude, the best part is 30% of all ads you see on YouTube, the creators of those channels get the ad revenue. There are some restrictions on that. Basically, if your account is smaller than 1,000 subscribers and you don't have 500 hours of watching in the last month, then you're not eligible to make money on ads. So that's a really high barrier to be a creator. But once you do, you get 30% of all ad revenue placed on your channel.
So, bro, like, because like I'm even thinking like this will be a great commercial for you, me, and ChatGPT. If we said, all right, hey, we put this in an ad, and then our ads are stories, bro. That's what?
Yeah, this is what you can do with ChatGPT. You can very quickly produce an entire feature-length film.
Oh wow,
that's what we just demonstrated. We created the ability to create the first scene, the first of what would it be? It'd be like 8 times 3.
24.
Yeah, 24 scenes. You know?
Yeah. Which Netflix might buy it.
Yeah, they might buy the outline in this video also, and then be like, here's real money so that it doesn't look like that the rest of the time.
Yeah, bro.
Rich.
Hey, it's hearing too many good ideas. It's like, hold on, man. I'm just a starter pack, man. You guys are going a little bit too crazy. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, let's see. I mean,
I'm
we
excited.
can do it. We might as well produce another video after it. It should be your idea after this.
Bro, no, we're doing the series. What do you mean your idea? We're doing the series. It's already set in stone. We're doing the next one.
Yeah, well, okay. Well, I just meant like there's endless good ideas in the sea, and it's cheap to make videos, right?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, it's like literally. Go ahead. I keep on stopping. I'm so excited.
No. I'm timing poorly when I turn it back on.
I'm just so hyped about this because, like, bro, I'm like, I feel like a kid, bro. I'm like, bro, if I was a kid, I would literally just create anything.
Dude, my history assignments would have been so much easier growing up.
I would have paid attention in school to everything. Even English class would have been cool. If I could take like my book and just throw it in here and say, hey, make a story that way I understand what the hell is going on. I would watch it.
Oh, dude, I actually got an ad from a TikTok today about so Google AI looks pretty good that is turning research papers into podcasts for lay people.
What?
So AI will synthesize what the text is saying for lay people and put it out into a dialogue as two people, then use like an AI to produce the voices to have the conversation.
Wow. So
as like, a podcast.
Because people learn better. A lot of people learn well
from that format.
Oh my goodness.
Because podcasts are basically Socratic dialogue. Socratic dialogue is basically learning through following your questions and intuition and reasoning.
Oh my.
It's really not, but it kind of is. So.
Oh my goodness. That's going to change education, bro.
Dude, everything's good. We are all going to be so empowered unless they rip it away from us.
But they can't because that's how they make money.
They'll just be like, we only need like 6 smart people locked in a room playing with AI to produce all of this shit.
True. But then it's going to get stagnant. You know how we are as humans. If we see the same thing, we're going to be like,
you don't have to tell me twice. I'm just telling you, some people in positions of power are really that stupid.
And they think that six ideas are going to be the best thing. It's like, no, that's not how humans work.
They're like pure numbers, and like, you know, my bias isn't affecting the way that these numbers are being selected. So this is going to produce a normalized outcome when it doesn't, because you're always biased. And I know that because I'm a stats magician.
Oh, man. Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Technology known as Agartha. Legend claimed that Agartha, located deep within the earth, served as a refuge for the last surviving Tartarians. They guarded their advanced technology, waiting for the day when humanity would be ready for their knowledge. Lana's breath caught in her throat as she deciphered the faded script. Her grandfather believed that Agartha was more than just legend. He was convinced it was real, and he had dedicated his life to finding it. He meticulously documented his research in the journal, leaving behind clues and cryptic messages for someone to follow in his footsteps. Lana, her heart pounding with a mix of trepidation and excitement, knew she had to pick up the mantle and continue her grandfather's quest. Determined to uncover the truth, Lana sought the help of her childhood friend, Misha, a skilled hacker with a thirst for adventure. Together, they embarked on a perilous journey following the trail of breadcrumbs left behind in the journal. Their quest led them across continents, from the bustling streets of Moscow to the desolate Siberian wilderness, each step fraught with danger and intrigue. They encountered cryptic messages hidden in plain sight, ancient symbols etched onto weathered monuments, and secret societies guarding the knowledge of Tartaria. Lana and Misha, their bond strengthened by shared danger and unwavering determination, faced each challenge head-on. Their resolve solidifying with every step closer to Agartha. The world outside, teetering on the brink of war, faded into the background as they delved deeper into the mystery of the lost civilization.
Bro.
Well, that was chapter 1. We hope you'll stay tuned for chapters 2 through 24.
Wow. And we did that in
less than 30 minutes because we've been That's how long we've been live.
Wow.
I mean, you know, the visuals were kind of shit, but they did sort of go with the story. The audio, the narration, the dialogue was solid storytelling. I was captivated.
Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I would definitely watch that. And especially if we do make it animated, yeah, definitely could see it doing a Netflix special for sure. I can definitely see it getting picked up, or Hulu. You never know nowadays. You never know where it gets picked up, but
You could spread that story up, or Amazon, or wherever. Although
Amazon, if you're listening, Bezos, we know you guys like animated series. Come on, you guys can come and buy it. Come and buy
I like
it.
they just did a new one with someone in hell. They always do. Everyone's doing demons in hell these days.
Yeah, it's because, like what we said, it's the same people in suits that think that they know everything about people that like things like fantasy, and they're like, "Oh, what are they gonna like? Oh, demons in hell." It's like, dude, that's the same thing. If this case, like I said, an
I like
ancient
it a lot.
like it's cool, but it's like sometimes it gets played out. In this case, now it's like with this Tartarian stuff, it's like this is an ancient civilization per se, which we've all had these conversations about ancient civilizations and so whatnot. And then it plays on a conspiracy that's somewhat true, or who knows, all the way true. But then now it gets people to go down this whole rabbit hole of like, what is Tartaria? And then now people start looking into the Tartarian conspiracy. And then now it becomes something bigger than just a show. It becomes, hey, did you guys see this piece? And then now we haven't made the stuff. So now we just say, oh, okay, well, we'll add this. And so it just like constantly keeps on getting added from there over and over and over. Go ahead.
I don't know if people should learn about Tartaria or not. I don't really think I subscribe to the belief that it exists, but maybe it does because like the world is a lot crazier than I think we give it credit for. But that being said, it's like this is what's on Amazon, this is what's on Hulu, although it's through FX. This is what's on Netflix. It's like they all have sort of like, oh, let's acknowledge the underworld and spiritual shit going on, which I find very, very interesting because they're pushing all of this here in the cartoons. And then when you look at what is coming out on like actual movies and films, it's all end of the world Civil War stuff. And I'm just like, what is the message here?
I don't know. Who knows? Nowadays, I mean, it's always a double, what they say, a double-edged sword kind of thing. It's like it's a two-sided thing. So I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But if in any case, we might as well make some money while doing it. So we might as well come out with our own series too.
Oh, for sure. Ours is basically in the same realm of fantasy, magical, whatever. Do you know the guy who invented The Hobbit believes that the world of the elves and all of that was real? Like he thought that was like ancient Earth history, not like actual. He didn't think he was. He thought he was getting, you know, revelations from God.
Honestly, bro, it doesn't surprise me. Not one bit that the guy that wrote The Hobbit believed that there were really hobbits, and there probably were. Maybe scientifically, but you know, to each its own. Some people think that there were mermaids.
Dude, I know a guy presently who thinks he's seen a mermaid.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like, I can't argue and say no because, like, what, 95% of the ocean isn't explored? Who am I to say that there's not a mermaid out there?
Have you guys ever heard about the back of the Earth's head? The giant dead spot in the ocean where, like, it's literally, I think it's something like you could be in Russia and closer to Europe than you could be between one side of this part of the ocean and the other side of it without coming into contact with any land.
That's my thing about, like, and if we're trying to do any a little AI story, bro, I'm really infatuated with the deep ocean. As much as I'm scared of deep water, that's where my infatuation goes. If I was to become a billionaire, cool, I would send people down to I would send people that would be interested, and I would spend a lot of money on figuring out what the hell is in the ocean. Now, I think that there's a reason why we haven't explored the ocean is because they know for a fact that there's things down there because there's stuff that lives in water. So long as there's water, there's stuff that's going to be living in there. If we're going to space, we're hoping and guessing to find water or some type of livable thing. That's the thing that's never made sense to me about space exploration and ocean. We know for a fact that there's stuff in the ocean and we haven't explored it, or we choose not to. Let me say that. Versus we'd rather send things into the vast entities of space rather than figuring out what's living with us on this planet. If aliens came out of the ocean right now, we would be completely screwed. Completely screwed. Now, like I said, I'm basing that off of me watching Black Panther. You know what I mean? And that whole Namor, and if he got like killer whales, and they basically would topple the navies. Every single navy and every single port, they would shut it off. How are we getting food? That's it. So, like, for me, I was like, man, we need to figure out what is on this planet instead of everywhere else.
Oh, I totally agree. I want to go to the bottom of the ocean. I want to go in the waters. I don't want to go to the sky. But
yeah, because if we can figure out where to live, and if the next frontier is most likely in the water some type of way, we need to figure that out. Like, it's not in space. Like, going to Mars, it's a lot, I feel, maybe, wrong. Probably would be easier to stay in the ocean than in space.
Yeah, but it's harder to go down the ocean because the pressures are so high versus there not being any pressure in a vacuum.
Yeah, well, true, but then there's also no oxygen.
There's no oxygen in both places.
When there's water, there's technically there's in the H2O compound there's oxygen. That's it. I was
converting that water to oxygen is a challenge, though. That is for sure.
That's gonna be the kicker. So that's my thing, is that, again, maybe I'm wrong. I'm personally more infatuated with the ocean and the fact that there's things living, like what you said. In the deepest depths of the ocean, there are things that have figured out a way to live down there. Like that place that you said, there's probably something that lives down there that we have no clue how it survives down there. I can guarantee you that. If it's water, there's probably something that survived. Aliens are probably in there. That's a black hole. Maybe we can make something about, what'd you say, the dead spot of the earth?
Yo, so that story we already started with the Tartarians was wrapped up in what I just prompted.
Really?
Yeah. So, and I went to a separate chat for it. I don't know how to explain this exactly. I said, what are the conspiracies surrounding the giant patch of water without major continents around a secret civilization of people living underwater and their origin story? You know, I'm thinking Star Wars, the Gungan people versus the people that lived on land in the Imperial City. You know what I'm talking about? Like Star Wars 1, everyone hates Jar Jar Binks, that one.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to imagine right now. Rick and Morty made a joke about it at one point. But anyway, I start with the conspiracy theories around it just because that's going to be making for much better source material for us to create with.
Yeah.
And so there's Lemuria and Mu, the lost continent. I've heard about that. The concept would be they'd be survivors. Basically, Lemuria and Mu also existed at the same time as Atlantis, which also they're like, Atlantis also might be who this is what they're saying. Atlantis or Lemuria or both, right? They also are like, it's ancient alien bases, which is caught up in this idea that UFOs, or actually unidentifiable submersible objects, the UFOs are not coming from space, they're coming from the water. They're shooting out of the water into the sky, flying around, and then submersing back into the water. That's what people have noticed about how some of these UFOs move. So they call them USOs instead. That being said, it's tied to this concept of ancient alien bases, which, ties back to what's the mythology with Gilgamesh and the not Babylonians, but the Sumerians.
Yeah.
The Sumerian religions, basically, that said that Enki and Enlil, some aliens from space, came here, modified DNA, and created humans in their likeness,
Yeah.
but made us better, basically, by giving us empathy. That's the whole gist of that story.
Yeah.
And anyways, what I did was I had it. Oh, and the other one it said was Agartha and the Hollow Earth theory and underwater access points, basically. But it's basically tying back into that Tartarian story that we just talked about, which also might be tied into the Atlantean Lemuria stories about these ancient civilizations that collapsed and went underground. So, anyways, if these ancient cities with advanced technologies went underground, continued onward, right, and then reemerged or had advanced technology and were monitoring us, it would look like all of these things, basically.
Wow.
So I was like, what are the most plausible aspects? And then we get to choose. Can you blend elements of both of the ancient civil?
And then what's it called? Since we're gonna be wrapping up the episode here in a bit, we can probably put it together for the video for our next episode.
Mm-hmm.
Little cliffhangers. That's gonna be our cliffhangers, ladies and gentlemen. From now on, we're gonna be finishing out with a story, and you're gonna be like, I wonder what they're gonna come up with next. And that's tune into the next episode. You have to tune into the next episode. There's about to be some fun stuff. Because now it makes it a lot easier for us to just get on and mess around.
Cool. So now we basically did the same prompt we did for Tartaria. We took the elements of the Tartarian story that were more about this underwater civilization that now is set and less about discovering the past. And it's now more set on this civilization interacting with us in the present from the perspective of the ocean and exploring the depths of the ocean and a lot of what you just talked about, wanting Rich. And so instead of doing our original series,
oh, wow.
We could do this one.
Sounds like we got our content for our next episode.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yep. So we can turn this into a 5-book series, it looks like.
Wow.
Beneath the Waves.
Beneath the Waves. I like that. That sounds good.
Yeah, the surface world in chaos, hidden world revealed, choosing sides, the battle for the surface, a new beginning. You know what's crazy is if back in my history, I've done this story before. I'm pretty sure we've even done it on ChatGPT before. And I find it so interesting that even though we are always asking for different stories, it's converging on the same story it's telling. Yeah. Why is that? What is it drawing on? It's probably drawing on the corpus of text we've all contributed to across the internet, right? That's talked about these concepts and ideas, and that it's taken fiction and made it somewhat real. But at the same time, a lot of it's based off of historical evidence, and history is interpretation by the victors.
Yeah. So that's another thing of why it's going to be very interesting to see how these AI, these LLMs get built, because history is going to start getting shaped throughout people's understanding, people's perspectives, and everything like that. People are going to believe that stuff more than they believe, their family and friends. It's like, well, AI said that it was this. It's like, where did it pull from?
All right. And to that exact point, Rich, the question will be whether or not we'll even be allowed to make stories like this at all in the future, because AIs might censor it because they'll view basically the creations of stories like this as attacks on the mainstream narrative and understanding of history rather than imaginative exercises of fantasy.
Sounds like we need blockchain stories.
We need
Blockchain
lots of stuff, but yeah, I
blockchain.
agree, man.
That's what we need. We need to verify history right now with the blockchain, starting with museums and libraries. But hey, I think this is a great. Go ahead.
I will say one last tip, storyteller. We know you're here in Kansas City. You should be
Shout
looking
out.
at a video AI to add to your system because I think that'd be a great output.
Yeah, just to toss those stories in there and those kids get that. I think that would be a great partnership. Shout out to Storyteller AI doing some great things out in this space. Yeah, I think that would definitely, like I said, put a 1-2 punch, figure out how to bring that onto one shop and be able to take kids' stories and turn them into some innovative stuff like that. I think that, yeah, that's how you move the needle and become, a potential Disney or whatever it is. So we're definitely going to be back messing with some more in video and some other, like I said, maybe we find another one. We're here testing out tools. So for ourselves, we can add tools to the shop for us. But then at the same time, too, showcase to you guys, things that we're not experts in. We're touching this up for the first time. This is our first trial with it. You saw Dr. Business do what he does and take the prompts and magically throw them together and go from piece to piece. And rather than sitting there and trying to type it himself, he said, hey, I'm going to take another AI and I'm going to throw it in there so that way it can help me rather than me sitting for 15 minutes trying to type all the things that he would have had to sit there and type.
Oh, there's no way I would have come up with that story. I mean, like, maybe I could have after, like, lots of work and effort, but, like,
or you would have
it really just accelerates and shows how the tools can bring these ideas to life. If we really wanted quality control, we'd go in there, we'd edit the script, we'd edit the story after it gave us the rough draft. But
exactly.
hey, we're just showcasing the power of the tools as they stand.
Yeah, because so just wait. And we're doing this on a very, very economically lean budget. So just wait until we get things rolling, and then we can have all the pro versions and all that other stuff, and then you guys can see the full bells and whistles. Yeah, it's just getting started, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you guys coming on behalf of Dr. Business. This is Rich No Dollars. We're here for another episode. You got anything else to get us out of here, Dr. Business?
Like, subscribe, follow, join us next week for more. We'll be back on Tuesday, hopefully. Sometimes we're Thursday.
Yeah, and Disney, we're coming for all your money. Here it comes.
Or anyone who will pay us in the entertainment industry. We've got stories for days. 4
days. This took us. We came up with a whole series in 50 minutes.
Two whole series.
2 whole series. My apologies. 2 whole series in 50 minutes. You're probably paying a team of people for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they haven't brought you anything in months.
And they all exist within the same IP universe. We could have a commercial IP success here, complete with toy line and amusement parks if we play this right.
Come on. And we like it local, so we'll get local artists to do challenges and all this other stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just getting started. Again, you meet ChatGPT, Rich No Dollars, Dr. Business. We out this joint. Let's go. Dope. And then